Hey everybody, it's Walt, Dirtfoot Racing here. I wanted to show you guys a little welder that I purchased to do stuff out in the shop with. TIG welding. It does arc welding, the two of them. It's a Hynade? How do you pronounce that? Bought it off of Amazon. Most of the reviews pretty good on it. I'm going to be using it to work on my van, the van project, the Budget B, to do some light like sheet metal type welding. I kind of was interested in it because it has the on the torch you can do it from up here without a foot pedal, or you can touch TIG, I guess you call it, where you touch and you come off of it. I've never done either one. I've always had a foot pedal. So, but that's a pain in the ass when you're doing things that you can't get to the pedal easily. So I figured I'd give this thing a shot, see how it works. We're gonna fire it up here. Try it out for the first time. I also bought this cart to keep it on. Got that off of Amazon too. These are the kind of carts like Harbor Freight sells also. I think they had a pretty good sale on them right now, but can't remember what I paid for this. This was like $189 shipped, so can't beat that, I guess. I guess there are cheaper versions out there, or cheaper types, lesser power, yada yada yada. Most of the reviews on this were pretty good, so we're gonna fire this thing up here. See if I can figure out where you do that. I think the switch is in the back. Let's see here. Let's go around the back and look at the back. Yeah, there's the switch right there. Turn it on. Go around the front here. Fan's running. Let's see here. There's the current adjustment. You can see that. So it goes all the way up to 225. I have it plugged in with the 220 adapter, so we're running 220, so I get more power, more duty cycle, all that good stuff. I don't need to run that hot for what I'm going to do. I'm going to just try on a couple pieces of steel there and see how it acts. Post time gas. Let's take it about right in the middle, see what it does. The little light shows it's on 220. I've got it on TIG high frequency. You can also do arc and the lift TIG, like I said. Seems to be, you know, for the money, it seems to be made decent. I mean, but let's give it a shot here and see what happens. Also, this little unit doesn't come with a regulator for the argon. So I went on to, after doing some searching and reading reviews, and some of the reviews on some of these inexpensive gauges are terrible. So I finally went to Northern Tools website, and I found this one here, and the reviews were pretty good on it. So I went ahead and bought that from Northern Tool. And then I've got a Yes Welder helmet that I bought down here, a new one, inexpensive one. They're like 40 bucks or something. So I'm gonna try them all out at the same time, see how it works. All right, let's give this thing a shot, see what happens. I like to wear gloves, TIG welding. Your skin doesn't like to be exposed to ultraviolet light over a long period of time. Yeah. Let's see how this thing works. Well, when I first hit the button here, I forgot that the gas hadn't flowed all the way to the end of it, so it kind of got excited there a little bit. But after that, not too bad. Takes a little getting used to. My foot wants to push down like a pedal, but let's try it again from a dead start and see see what happens here. Oh yeah, that works really easy. I think this is going to work out really well for the working on the van with the sheet metal type welding. So it's a little different because I'm used to choking up on the torch when I'm welding, but you got to kind of be back a little further. But yeah, I think it's going to work out all right. Let's see how this works welding two pieces together here. I've got it set right on 93 amps. Which is, well, I usually run a little hotter than that, but when I'm doing things, but let's just see for fun here. Let's turn it down a little bit. Now like 64. Let's see how it acts with 64. I keep looking down here for the pedal. I'm so used to using the pedal to do things here. Let's see how this works. Okay, that's too, I need more power. Let's take it up to like 104. Yeah, it's a little better there. Need more power. Let's go up to 130. See what it does there. Yeah, that's a little better. I have a feeling the voltage numbers on the welder are not quite the same they would be on a bigger, larger machine. Because if I was running 130 amps on my old Lincoln, it would be a little more going on. So, but nah, welded all right there. I'm also going to use it for mini bike stuff. So, like working on frames and doing exhaust. And when you try to do a mini bike manifold, you gotta tack it out on the bike and then bring it in and weld it. And if you don't have something with a thing, the machines with the foot pedals make it really hard to do. So I think this is gonna work out really well. Let's try a little bit more. Yeah. I'm not complaining one bit about that. That's as good as anything else. Let's see that post flow here. So, here. Yeah, it's working. I mean, that's not a scientific way of doing it, but holding it up to your face, but it seems to be working. So. Let's put this over here. Let's turn this off. Turn this off. Okay, let's wrap this up here. So, a little Hynade, I don't know how you say it. Anyways, the little Welder TIG225A seems to work fine for what I've done so far. The Welder helmet. Inexpensive helmet, yeah, it works fine. No complaints there. The clutch regulator, running argon through it, seems to work fine too. No problem. Did the welding, tested out for the first time. You can see it, you know, as I adjusted things that got a little different. That's gonna be fine. It's gonna take a little more practice. It's gonna do just, I'll hate the word fine again, for what I wanna use it for. Out in the shop, like a mobile type unit, working on lighter weight stuff. I think it's gonna be great. The cart went together relatively easy. Instructions sucked. You have to look at a picture of the parts and a picture of the assembled cart. You just gotta figure it out. But no worries, did that. That was no problem at all. Relatively sturdy when it's all put together. So yeah, I at this point would give this little welder a good rating. We'll see once we get out and actually use it in place. We'll try arc welding and lift TIG. I've never done that before, but I can imagine you lift it off the thing and it strikes an arc. But I like that having the switch on the handle here, which once again, you're not fishing around on the floor for your pedal when you're in a weird position. I'm trying to weld something in a tight spot or something like that. So all in all, I would say okay for that. This Walt Driftwood Racing, we'll do some more once we start actually using it on the van. Talk to you guys later. See ya. Hey guys, I'm back. I popped the cover off the new welder just to take a look inside what it looks like. Just have a curiosity thing going on. You can see the printed circuit board and all the coils and such, the gas valve down there. Notice when I would turn the gas off, the pressure would drop immediately. So I'm like, well, why is that happening? Maybe it's probably just because it's not energized, or there's no pressure on the valve itself. I just wanted to check it out and check for some leaks just to make sure there wasn't anything else going on inside of the machine, or like leaking gas when you're running it, which is not a good thing. So take a look here and I'll let you know what I find. All right guys, a little follow up here. When I would, with the new welder here, this one, the Hynade, how you want to say it. When you turn the gas off on the bottle, the gauges would automatically go to 0. And I'm like, well, that's not right. Why are the gauges dropping so fast? There must be a leak somewhere. So I tested everything with soap to make sure there wasn't anything externally. And when I popped this cover off, I could hear it hissing right here. So I sprayed a little soap on it and it was leaking right there. And these are these push-in type fittings. You push them in and they seal. Well, I think what happened was, or what's going on is this piece of hose is a little bit too short. So when you tighten this solenoid valve down, it pulls it out of that connection right there. So I took the 2 screws off the bottom, and you could feel it immediately when I lifted it up. You could feel it lock into the fitting, and now it is not leaking a bit. So that was the problem. I gotta bitch at these guys and say, hey, you need to not cut the hose so short. I mean, a lot of people would just put this back in the box and return it. I'm not gonna worry about that. It's something, I just leave these 2 screws out. It's not gonna hurt anything. This is not a vibration issue or anything like that. It clicks a little bit when it goes on, clicks when it goes off. It's not an issue. So just want to tell you guys about it if you have something like this happen on another welder. I've read about it in some reviews of some other ones when I'm leaking internally, and people, you know, they lose their mind. You know, and I can understand that a little bit, but if you weren't paying attention, your gas would be leaking the whole time, and if you walked away from your machine and left it on, you'd be leaking gas. So this stuff, argon and all those gases are not cheap. So anyways, that took care of that. Sprayed some more soap on it, no leaky. So just want to tell you guys about that, and I'm gonna contact these guys and tell them they need to leave a little bit more hose on that. So anyways, take it easy. If you like this kind of stuff, like, share, subscribe, and we'll when I do some actual welding with this thing, I will let you know how it all worked out.